I voted Democrat, and I got to tell you something right now. I don't like the fact that I did. I voted Democrat, and I got to tell you something right now. I don't like the fact that I did. I voted Democrat, and I got to tell you something right now. I don't like the fact that I did.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Nick Trevor podcast right here on YouTube. I'm dropping fresh content every single day. So make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment, smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell, guys, so you're the first to know when I drop new videos. Now let's dive into today's hot topic. Last night, Stephen A. Smith appeared on Life, Liberty, and Levine. And guess what? He's expressing major regret over voting for Kamala Harris. Let's check it out.
Welcome back, America. Stephen A. Smith. So could you see yourself seeing what you see now? And obviously, Donald Trump can't run for president again, but if he could, under the current circumstances, could you see yourself voting for him?
Quite possibly. I'm not going to sit up there and dismiss that anymore. I think we're beyond that. He would have to prove a lot, Mark. And I'm not talking about policy now for a second. Allow me to say this. What concerned me about Donald Trump and the reason I voted against him and voted for Kamala Harris was because I felt that he would be divisive, that he would create chaos because he demands such a level of loyalty and fealty to him. And that would take priority over governing our nation. That was my concern. And so I'm looking for both sides to work across the aisle from one another. Having said that, when you see some of the things that he said, if he follows through on some of the things that he has said, it's not just about eradicating inflation, improving the economy, obviously controlling our borders. These are all things that I care about. Make no mistake about that. And I certainly would support him in that regard. But it can't be just about fealty to him and loyalty to him. It has to be about getting the job done on behalf of what's in the best interest of the American people, as opposed to yourself, and not engaging in the kind of juvenile tendencies, tweeting all the time and going after people who are really much irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. You do things like that and you show that you're the adult in the room. Yeah. I don't think anybody could dismiss Donald Trump at this particular moment in time, not just because of him, but because of what we've seen the Democrats do. We're not falling for it any longer. The American people aren't falling for it any longer. I voted Democrat, and I got to tell you something right now. I don't like the fact that I did. I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't want to hear about, oh, we're about law. We're about a law. Nobody's above the law. Nobody's above the law. But then you go out and you pardon your son and you try to blame everybody else for it. I don't want to hear about defund the police. I don't want to hear about, what there should be open borders. I don't want to hear this stuff. And I don't think most of the American people want to hear that. We're thinking about the state of affairs that's in. We're not about America only, but being about America and prioritizing what's going on in this nation with the desolate and the disenfranchised and everybody else in between, and looking out for the best interest of what it is for America. That is not a crime for an American politician or a commander in chief or a senator or a congressional figure to have that mentality. I want them to have that mentality. So I think about things along those lines. And I'm no longer interested in, nor do I believe any of us should be interested in listening to a bunch of fear mongering to tell us who we shouldn't vote for. Why don't you come up with a plan that tells us why we should vote for you? That's what I'm interested in. And if Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Byron Donald, Marco Rubio, or the host of other Republican candidates coming down the pike, that's the kind of message that they're going to put forth. I'm down for it. I'm open-minded enough to make sure that I entertain that from a policy perspective. That's what I want for the American people. That's what I want for this nation.
That's why we love you, my man. Now, one quick question. I don't have a lot of time left.
Sure.
You get this all the time. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Kind of a dumb question, but I like it anyway.
I got to tell you something right now. You can never count out Patrick Mahomes, the reigning two-time defending Super Bowl champion. But this guy, Josh Allen, with the Buffalo Bills, the way he's looking right now, he's my leading candidate for league MVP honors. He looks absolutely phenomenal. It wouldn't surprise me at all if the Philadelphia Eagles played the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl and Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills ended up winning a Super Bowl championship. The way this kid is looking, he's looking that special.
All right, guys, with that being said, what do you think about Stephen A. Smith's recent comments here? I feel like a lot of times I've mentioned before, Stephen A. Smith, I picture him like You guys ever, I mentioned this like a year ago, and I'm going to bring it back because this is the best analogy that I can actually come up with, right? That actually fits into what I'm trying to say here. Stephen A. Smith is like, all right, okay, like it's Easter, right? You're hunting for Easter eggs, okay? And whoever, you know where the Easter eggs are, and somebody's like, where's the Easter? Like somebody's hunting for them, and you're telling them warmer, like when they get closer and closer and closer to the Easter egg to find it because it's hidden somewhere. You know, it might be under the side of a rock or something like that, or behind a whale or something like that. And you're like, yeah, okay. And you're telling them, oh, hotter, because they're getting closer and closer to the egg. Hotter. And then you're like, hot. You're almost there. You almost got it. And they just turn and walk off, bro. And you're like, cold, man. That's the best analogy I can come up with for Stephen A. Smith. He's clearly a super intelligent dude when it comes to speaking about sports. And I do like his political takes as well. You know, I'm one of those people where unless you're super crazy on one side or the other, like I like talking politics because that's what we do on this channel. It is a place that we can actually do that in a comfortable zone. Hopefully, I mean, I definitely get a lot of hate sometimes, but you know, there's also a lot of love, you know, but it's the betterment of America is really what I would like to see. And when it comes to Stephen A. Smith, I think we're witnessing in real time he's piecing it together, man. You know, he's piecing it together and he's coming along. You know, it takes a long time to break that kind of mentality of thinking you're right, doing all this stuff, and you're on the right side. A lot of times people don't know they're the bad guy until they actually take their blinders off. And I will say this too. I'm not going to say particularly bad guy, good guy. Maybe that was a bad way of putting it. But a way of saying, if you're the one that's always calling people names, calling people racist, calling people a bigot, calling people sexist, calling people white supremacists, you're not the good guy. Especially when you overlook certain aspects of society that would be more detrimental to different communities. But anyways, I would look at it and I would say this. In the end of this, I want to connect on this real quick just to close it out on a positive note as well. I actually hope the Buffalo Bills get a Super Bowl win this year with Josh Allen. Yo, that would be awesome, man. Buffalo, they got some great buffalo chicken, man. But hey, I'm going to tell you, come on, Josh Allen. You can do it, bro. Who is you guys picked for the Super Bowl win this year and also appearance on Life, Liberty, and Levine? Guys, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Smash that bell, man. Smash it. And get daily updates here on the Nick Driver channel on YouTube. Guys, I hope you have a blessed day. You guys take care.